This is the Louie Tee Network.
See, first come the preseason, and I don't take a day off. And then my team was 6-10, and we ain't smell the playoffs. Yeah, I seen the Super Bowl, but I heard they just play balls. A lot of teams had injuries. Sam Bradford had to take off. Go hard in the offseason, but you don't know the half. Before you know, we gon' look up, and we ready for the draft. They dressed up in that suit top, and I don't know how to act. They waiting, so patient, so they can put on that hat. Who else could it be? But your man Luke. Okay, so when she asks you where you was at, you tell her you in the lab room. Who else could it be? Who? But your man Luke. Okay, so when she asks where you was at, you can tell her you was in the lab room. Yeah.
Who else could it be? For me, your man. Louie Tee, welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I'm your host, Luke. Thank you for joining me. Week number 10 in the National Football League. Picks coming straight at you. But before I do, got house cleaning to do. You know how we do it. Go back to week number 9, and it was a rough week for just about everybody. I don't know anybody that blazed week number 9, man. It was rough. A lot of upsets, a lot of things you didn't really see coming. A lot of close ball games, and so a lot of us ended up on the wrong side of those close ball games. So I want to run down the week 9 participants who stepped up to the challenge. And let me first and foremost say thank you for doing that. And I got a lot of people who stepped up to the challenge in week number 10. So it will be very interesting to see how people are able to bounce back from week 9's carnage, because it was ugly last week. But before I even jump into that, just want to let you guys know, going back, I was so nice, they asked me to do it again. So I'm going to do it twice. Going back up to DC to record another episode of the playbook. So I won't be doing any of the hurry up offense or any of those things this week. So don't look for that. But I will be back with all of the normal programming. The podcast will be up on Thursday. I'll be doing all of the other stuff. I'll be back with the picks, Redskins, Bow and Go, all of that stuff will still be done. So just wanted to get that out of the way. But once again, just so you know, friendly reminder, no hurry up this week, not breaking down any of the action from week number 10. That being said, week number 9, JTWWE stepped up to the challenge, 5-8. Ow! It doesn't matter how bad it gets, it'll never get that bad for me, okay? That's rough, okay? 3 games, look, first of all, I pride myself on never, ever getting below the Mendoza line, okay? 500 is a must for me. I don't care how bad it gets, I gotta at least be 500. And really, if I'm sniffing around 500, I'm really, really bad, okay? I'm upset at myself because that's unacceptable. Anything less than, I need to be 5 or 6 games up over 500. If I'm not, like this week, I'm really disappointed in my week. I snapped my streak of double-digit victories. That went by the wayside. It was rough, but you know, anytime I start hovering around 500, I got a problem. He dipped 5-8. He dipped 3 games under 500. That's rough. Dre from the Bay. What up, Dre? 4-8. Oh, he probably really was 5-8, but he didn't give me a Thursday night game. And instead of docking, normally I dock you a game, and I would have gave him a 9th loss. I'm not gonna kick a man while he's down 4-8. I don't need to give him another loss, man. I'm gonna just not give him anything and just call him 4-8. Yikes! I mean, guys struggled last week, man, and so you had to pay. If you went out on a limb on some games, you had to pay, and Dre had to pay. Michael Kane, the Sarge. What up, Sarge? 7-6 for the Sarge, so he was able to stay above water, but not by much. But he got it done, 7-6. Hey, I'm not here to tell you that that's great, but it's better than what I just told you the other 2 did. So, hey, way to step up to the challenge, but it was ugly last week for a lot of people, including my man Alfredo Altanor, who, remember, he beat me last week. I wasn't happy about that. I told him I was going to get him back this week. I didn't expect to get him like this. He was 6-7 last week. Now, he did pick his Panthers, and they did remain undefeated, so I know he's excited about that, but he didn't fare well for the rest of the games. He went 6-7 last week, so feels good to be able to say I trumped him this week. But man, I don't like to do people like that. Under 500, that's ugly. That's nasty, man. Got to clean that up this week. Eduardo O'Neal stepped up to the challenge. 7-6 for him. So him and Sarge right now the only two people that stepped up to the challenge that were able to stay above water at 7-6. So he was able to somehow scratch and claw and get that 7th victory to get him over 500 for week number 9. Not a lot of people were able to say they did, so congratulations to you. An insane juggernaut, 6-7, and his survivor pick was the one that topped him off and knocked him under 500. He picked the Falcons to beat the 49ers. I think everybody did that and took that loss, but he decided to make it his survivor pick, and that one came back to bite him. So yeah, that's pretty rough there, and yikes. So 6-7 for him. So only of all the people that stepped up to the challenge, and there were 6 of you last week, only 2 of them were able to get above 500. So that's how bad week 9 was. Everybody struggled. Okay. Me on the other hand, 8-5. I'm not happy about that. Okay. I beat everybody else, but I'm not happy about 8-5. I'm not. I would love to sit here and tell you that 8-5 is acceptable, but it's not. I mean, the Chargers let me down on Monday night. They had that game, they let it slip through their fingers. Falcons let everybody down. Saints let the Titans come back and beat them. There were a number of losses. I could sit here and talk about all the different L's that I took in week number 9, but at the end of the day, I wasn't good enough. 8-5 is okay. It's not great. That brings my overall total on the season to 89-43. I was looking to go 50 over 500 with a 10-3 mark in the week number 9. I would have been able to do that. So now I got some catching up to do. I'm gonna have to be a lot better in week 10 to set me up to get back to where I need to be. And so I'm expecting to do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you thought week 9 was bad, week 10 could be even worse for a lot of you. I'm gonna tell you right now, and you're not gonna hear me say this very often, I have zero confidence in my picks this week. None. I'm telling you right now, I closed my eyes and I just pointed at a team and I picked them this week. The games are that close this week. Don't ask me, I don't know how this week is gonna end up, but if I somehow come out of this with double-digit wins, I'm the man. If you come out of this with double-digit wins, you the man. Because this week, I'm telling you right now, I can easily see cats coming out with 5, 6, 7, 8 losses this week. All the games are tough. They're all flip-a-coin games. Don't ask me who's gonna win half of them. I think there's some upsets that are looming this week that could happen, catch some people off guard. I'm not willing to go out on a limb and pick them, but I'm telling you right now, it would not surprise me in the least if some of these games went in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna give you my picks. I'm already 0-1, so normally when I start the week 0-1, bad things happen. I picked the Jets. They weren't able to get it done. Bills. And I told you, I didn't know who was going. That game right there to me personifies what week 10 is going to be all about. Because that was a flip a coin game. Heads, Bills, tails, Jets. It was tails because tails never fails. I took the Jets. They lost the game. What do you want me to do? Okay, so I'm 0-1, and I don't like the way this slate is falling and unfolding this week. I'm going to tell you right now, I could easily come back to you next week and tell you I had 6 losses. It's that type of week, man. I'm bracing myself for the worst. Hoping for the best, but I'm preparing for the worst in week number 10. Detroit at Green Bay. I feel good about this. This is one of the few ones I do feel good about. Green Bay at home. Had a tough stretch last 2 weeks. Lost 2 games in a row after being 6-0 to start the season. They're getting some home cooking. The Lions aren't very good, but it's family business. You know how that goes, so don't count the Lions out, but I expect the Packers to go home, clean some things up, get a W. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers in that football game. Dallas at Tampa Bay. Flip a coin, man. Flip a coin, seriously. Flip a coin, and you tell me who's going to win this game, because I said, and I told you this, and I'm going to stay steadfast because I'm a man of my word. I told you Dallas isn't winning the game until Tony Romo comes back, but Tampa Bay, they don't know how to win either, okay? They self-destruct, they turn the ball over, they drop passes, they find ways to lose. And of their victories this season, none of them have come at home. They've all been on the road, so I don't trust Tampa Bay at the crib to beat Dallas. That being said, I don't trust Dallas to beat anybody without Tony Romo. So I'm going to stick to what I said already. I'm going to take Tampa Bay, but I'm telling you right now, it would not shock me in the least if Dallas went to Tampa Bay and got a W and saved their season. I'm taking Tampa Bay though. Please don't let me down, Buccaneers. Please, I need that one. Carolina at Tennessee. Feel really good about this one, but I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. I don't think they're winning this game, but they're not going to lie down for the Carolina Panthers. And if Carolina doesn't come in and play top-notch football, put these boys away early, put them out of their misery early, let them hang around, Tennessee will sneak these boys and steal them and give them their first loss of the season. But I'm not picking that. I think Carolina's going to make sure that they're prepared. They're not going to overlook the Titans. They're going to smoke those boys. Go to 9-0 on the season. Give me the Carolina Panthers. Chicago at St. Louis. I feel really good about this football game. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. St. Louis at home versus Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey may not play, and you know I don't trust guys with 2 first names anyway. So whether he plays or not, I don't trust him. But I'm gonna tell you this much: they're gonna come ready to play. But they're not better than the Rams. The Rams play good football at home. I expect Todd Gurley to get back on track. Even though he didn't have a poor game last week, he was playing against a top-tier rush defense in general in the Minnesota Vikings. That's not what the Bears are. Expect them to have success on the ground, force some turnovers, win that game. Rams going to get it done in week number 10. Another toss-up game. Saints at the Redskins. You know I'm not going to do that here. Do that on my Bow and Go on the Redskins report. So go ahead, check that out if you're looking for a winner there. But that's another flip a coin game. Heads, Saints, tails, Redskins. Good luck with that one. You're going to need it. Miami at Philadelphia. Feel good about this one. Eagles at home. They should be able to take care of the Dolphins. Dolphins, to me, they're just not going to be a good team this season. Dan Campbell, while it was cute what he did the first 2 games, that was against the AFC South. I don't expect him to win many more games this season. They'll probably get 5, 6, maybe 7 wins max this season, but this won't be one of them. Eagles should take care of business if they want a chance to win the NFC. And I said this last week, and I mean it. They needed to make a move last week, beat the Cowboys, and start making that move towards the top of the division. They got 3 winnable games in a row. Starting with this one, they need to take care of business, take care of the Dolphins. That's what I expect them to do, give me the Eagles in that football game. Cleveland at Pittsburgh, another flip a coin game. Flip a coin because Johnny Manziel starting at quarterback, but guess what? Landry Jones is starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers. No Ben Roethlisberger in this game. Even though the Steelers are at home, even though I feel good about them, I don't trust them. This is family business. The Browns usually play tough football against teams in their division. I don't know what the hell's going to happen here, but I do know this. Steelers are at home. They should win this game. I'm taking the Steelers at home, but I don't trust that decision 100%. Jacksonville at Baltimore. I seriously want to go with Jacksonville here. I really do. And I hate picking Baltimore because every time I've picked them this season, they've lost. When I don't pick them, they win. So I really don't want to even have to touch the Ravens. Picking them to win or lose, I just want to stay away from the Ravens. Can they not be on a bye again? Just get them off the schedule so I don't have to deal with them. But that's not going to happen, okay? I got to pick this game. They're at home. The Jags still struggling to find ways to win games. Even though I like what they're doing, I still want to see what they're going to be able to do on the road against a Baltimore team that thinks they've got a chance to run the table. I'm not sure. They're coming off a bye. They should be able to win this game. I don't like them. I really want to pick Jacksonville. I really do. But my heart won't let me do it. I'm going with Baltimore in this game. Probably going to lose the game. Probably going to cost me a loss in week 10. But hey, I'm going with the Ravens. Shoot me. Minnesota at Oakland. Now, flip a coin, man. Seriously, what are we talking about here? I've just told you about 5 or 6 games already that you can flip a coin, man. This is another one of those games. I closed my eyes and I pointed at the team, and I pointed at the Raiders. They're at home. I don't know if Minnesota with Teddy Bridgewater getting banged up, and he's going to play anyway. I don't know if they're going to be able to go on the road and stop that Raiders offense. We're going to see. This is a big game for me in terms of figuring out who the Raiders are and figuring out who the Minnesota Vikings are. I feel like I pretty much know who the Vikings are, but I'm still a little iffy on the Raiders as far as how are they going to play against an upper tier defense, because they haven't really seen many of those this year outside of Denver. Haven't played many great defenses this year. This is another really good defense. Want to see if Derek Carr continues to play the type of football that has seen him really grow in this league. If they are able to do the things that I think they can do on the offensive side of football, and Latavius Murray is playing, and if he doesn't fumble the football, if Tywan Jones doesn't fumble the football, I think they got a chance to win in this game. The Vikings didn't scare anybody offensively. I think the Oakland Raiders are going to win this game. Do I really think they're going to win this game? I don't know. Like I said, I closed my eyes and I picked the team and it was the Raiders, so I'm picking the Raiders. But would it surprise me if the Vikings went to 7-2 on the season with a win here? No, it wouldn't. Not at all. Really, it's a 50-50 game. I took the home team. Give me the Raiders. New England Patriots at the New York Football Giants. The Giants played the Patriots really well, okay? Every time these teams play, it's always close. The Giants are the only team in the National Football League the Patriots haven't beat since 2007, their undefeated season. Remember, the Giants were the ones who slayed them in the Super Bowl. The last 2 times these teams have met in the postseason, Giants have beat them in the Super Bowl, but in the regular season, the Patriots always get the Giants, albeit close, they always find a way to win. And because of that, I'm taking the Patriots to remain undefeated on the season, even though the Giants, if anybody can beat the Patriots, if anyone has their number, it's that Giants football team. I just don't think they're going to get it done. Give me the Patriots. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. Look, my sleeper team, the one that I think has a chance to come off the pace, and I've been singing this song for about 2-3 weeks now, is the Kansas City Chiefs. If they can just find a way to keep getting production out of their defense, if Alex Smith continues to mature, if Travis Kelce comes along and hopefully he plays in this game, if they continue to do some good things on the offensive side of football, I expect the Chiefs to turn it up and find a way to make it competitive in the AFC, not the AFC West, but in the AFC race for a wild card spot. I think it's wide open in the AFC for a wild card berth, and I don't think the 3 and 5 Kansas City Chiefs are dead, and I think they can go on the road and beat Denver. They had those boys dead to rights in Kansas City early in the season, let them off the hook. I wouldn't be surprised if they went into Denver, who to me is reeling right now. Aqib Talib out for this game with a suspension. No DeMarcus Ware. I think they're vulnerable. I think the Chiefs can steal this one. I'm not picking them to win because that would be crazy. Give me the Denver Broncos at home to win this game. But again, my heart says Denver's gonna win. My head is like, yo, Kansas City can get these boys. I'm going with my heart this week. Give me the Denver Broncos. I may regret that one, but oh well. Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a hell of a matchup. NFC West, family business. If those two teams said they ain't did it, then they ain't did it. But if they did, well, that's family business. And so normally, this is not my family business. I stay the hell out of it. However, I think Seattle is vulnerable at home. Nobody's afraid of these boys at the crib no more. It used to be, oh, hell, here we go. We got to go to Seattle. That's not the case anymore. Nobody's afraid to go into Seattle no more. They don't strike fear in your heart no more. So if I'm Arizona, you want to send a message, you want to send a statement to the rest of your division, go to Seattle and do those boys. Do them. Go ahead. Spotlight, stage is yours. Stage is set. Go do it on Sunday Night Football in their crib and run away with this division. Here's your opportunity. Go do it. I'm picking Arizona to do exactly that. Do I trust this pick? Hell no, I don't trust it. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know the answer to that. All I'm telling you is, I don't think Seattle's going to win the division this year. I thought they were when the season started. I don't think they're going to win it now. I don't like what I see from their offense. I don't like where this defense is quite yet. They're starting to hit their stride, but I'm not quite sure they're there yet. And Arizona's had a week to prepare for this game. So has Seattle, but I don't care. Give me the Arizona Cardinals. Will I regret that? Probably so. But I'm taking the Cardinals anyway. Monday Night Football, Houston Texans, Cincinnati Bengals. Easiest game of the week. Cincinnati's at home. They're 8-0. They're playing outstanding football. Texans are a bad football team. They're not going to beat them. I'm taking Cincinnati, and that's going to be my sole survivor pick for week number 10 as well. And so at least I get to finish the week with a win. I can't really bank on nothing else. I'm already 0-1. I'm in the hole. I don't like these picks. I'm just telling you, this could be an ugly week for me, or this could be a great week. Which one is it going to be? We're going to see. Good luck to you guys. You're going to need it. This is a tough week. I can't wait to see how some of y'all do, because a lot of y'all have sent me picks. I think this is going to be the biggest week for participants stepping up to the challenge, and I love it. I love it. I want more of it. But I want to see how y'all do, because week 10 is tough. I'm telling you, man. So people really going to be upset at the numbers that they post this week. It's going to be interesting to see, but that's going to do it for me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab. Come back and join us. I continue to break down everything and everything National Football League. See you next week. Remember, no hurry up. Oh, I'm going out of town. I'm going to be on TV. Look, Mom, I'm on TV once again.
There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie Tee, be sure to follow me on Twitter at @InTheLabRoom, or you can like the Facebook page at In the Lab Room. That's In the Lab Room on Facebook and at In the Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.